Get to his draft then.
Yes, sir. All right, welcome
I reckon
back.
Storm will not get through this time, by the way.
We are in the MD2l Season 16. We have TTP Project versus WoT Associates International Foundation United. In game number 2, we have a TA. We were talking about that Storm Spear ban. I agree with you, and I think they're going to ban the Magnus as well. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Magnus would be a very worthwhile ban. It sort of secured most of the team fights for Waifu after that high ground fight.
Dire's ban.
I think these are the same 4 bans that we saw last game as well, right? So
10 seconds
absolutely.
to pick.
It's just obviously last time Waifu had the first pick. So they had one less ban.
do you feel like these bans are more important or more impactful than the Magnus or the Storm will be?
I mean, it depends because every player has their comforts, right? But I think to simplify this game, you probably shouldn't give TTP the Storm again. I think aside from that one fight, the guy played pretty well, and it is a pretty broken hero. The Podge ban, I don't remember if we had that last time. We might have. Do you remember?
Yeah, I believe we did. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you know they've got an extra ban this time around, so maybe they do opt to ban the Storm, or maybe something else entirely, which would give a lot of flexibility to TTP for this first pick.
Radiant's ban.
They banned the Night Stalker, actually. Interesting.
Radiant team are now picking.
They might want the Storm themselves.
Dire's turn to make all the wrong choices.
Mirana.
I think we're going to see a 9-pick Storm here, almost certainly.
It's going to be a Mirana again. You know, do you think they're going to be going a different facet this time? Do you think they're going to go for the invis or no?
I think if you're the type of player to go Solar Flare, you're just going to go every game, right?
Maybe.
At that point, you're committed to the art of Solar Flare.
I have to show how good it is.
Okay, no Storm pickup. Interesting. I mean, obviously, Waifu will have the 13 pick to pick if they want to, but other than that, I don't see why they banned this Night Stalker.
I think they banned the Night Stalker last game too, right? I don't know if they banned it first phase, but I know it was banned, I believe, last game.
Let me check.
I think it might have been their second to last ban on the side of TTP Project.
I don't quite remember, but I think TTP banned it because they had the Storm Spirit, right?
Yeah.
Which would make sense. Yeah, I don't know, it's a confusing ban if you're not going to opt for the first pick Storm. But at the same time, they might be saying, listen, we've got the 13 pick as well, so let's just wait and see. Maybe they'll ban our Storm for us for free.
The Centaur was banned last game. They're going to ban the Wraith King, who did a bunch of damage. The Centaur was banned. Do you think they're not banning it so they can pick it up this game?
Perhaps. I mean, Centaur obviously a great hero. You don't really need too much attention given on to you in the laning stage to have a good time.
10 seconds.
Obviously, you don't need to buy boosts, which is a huge plus. Any hero historically that doesn't have to buy boosts has succeeded, very much so. Especially in like these offlane / pos 4 roles, whether it be Monkey King or Weaver, or now, as we mentioned, the Centaur. They banned the Lifestealer. This surely has to be a Storm Spirit pick now.
10 seconds.
Did they third pick it last time?
I mean, it was TTP anyway, so can't really infer much from it. I don't know. It's just that Cartographer, their mid laner on the Waifu, he favors the Storm Spirit quite a bit. Yeah, they go for the Witch Doctor. This is very interesting. Obviously has to be said, I think Witch Doctor is one of the broken supports of the patch with this voodoo damage facet. It's just impossible to trade into in the laning stage.
He's The only worry about this is they're very strong supports, but they're also very squishy. You know, the Mars comes in and has some early damage, and they might die very quickly with that big slap and spear.
Yeah. On one hand, I agree with you. On the other hand, Witch Doctor has gone under a lot of evolution, I suppose, in the past few years. I mean, you've got this shard that's like uber annoying and makes him very survivable. And you've got this voodoo heal now that also deals damage in an AoE, which makes it very difficult to zone you out early in the game. They actually pick out the Willow again, so they are a fan of this support duo. And with the Mars, I would say it's a more natural pairing. Obviously, the Mars Dark Willow are very, very classic combo since both these heroes' inception.
Only 10 seconds.
Especially now that you can put Bedlam onto the Mars, right?
Yep.
5.
They've got to slap up the Storm now. Surely. It's almost like TTP are daring them to take it now.
Dire team are now picking.
Okay, they start off with the Jug, which is obviously a very good pick into the Mars Willow. OD is also in the pool, which worries me because I hate watching OD games.
What do you pick as an offlaner here
10
for
seconds to pick.
the Dire side? Centaur is still in the pool,
5
but I don't feel like
seconds
Centaur is very good against the Mars.
I mean, it's playable. I'd say more so you're worried about this Willow. Just annoying you a ton in fights. But, yeah, I mean, I think Centaur is just such a solid pick that you can pick it into relatively poor games and still succeed. Aside from that, the Podge would have been a good pick, but obviously it's banned. The thing for me is, I feel like the Storm is such a nice pick, especially with the state of the meta, that you can pick it now and worry about your offlaner when you perhaps have a bit more information about the draft. Because obviously you've got that last pick. But obviously, I guess at the same time, having a last pick and saving it for your offlaner in lieu of your mid laner is also a tad weird. They do go the Centaur. So yeah, it's obviously it's always going to be a very solid pickup. I think it is very strong. The fact that you don't have to buy boots is absurd, quite frankly. Makes the hero much more value just from the get-go. And I feel also whoever lanes with this Centaur, it will be a deadly lane. I predict it will be the Witch Doctor 4, just given the fact that Jamie seems to meme on this hero any chance he gets. And at that point, if you have to lane into Centaur with this Voodoo on this Witch Doctor, things are going to get very, very unfun for TTP's safe lane.
So what do you pick as a TTP safe lane, right? The Lifestealer's banned out. You want something that's going to be able to heal and also either get away or fight.
This is why I feel they're a bit trapped by this Mirana pick, unless they put it in the off lane, because there's not really too many safe lane combos with the Willow. The Luna was a novel idea, I will admit. But aside from that, like, if you're playing into the Centaur, Luna is a no-go in my opinion. You're pretty much limited to, like, maybe an Ursa, maybe a Troll Warlord. But even that wouldn't be too ideal. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. What options are there?
Ursa, PA, they have PL. CK?
Yeah, not even Centaur. CK wouldn't be a terrible idea, actually. They go for the primal, so they want to pick the mid first.
Could be a mid Mars, you never know. Right? We're flexible here.
True, true, true. Do you think Mars Willow would just be a too much of a nice combo to pass off, though? They banned the Ursa. Well, okay, that's logical. My brain just got fucked up for a second. That obviously they banned the Ursa because they've got the Centaur, not the other way around. What else did they ban here?
Do you ban
Maybe
the
a drow or
PL?
something?
Ooh, Drow would be good. The only worry about the Drow
Actually,
is the
nah.
Centaur, right? I'm
Yeah.
5
worried
seconds.
about
Hurry,
either
hurry.
PL or the CK. And
I don't think I like PL, but the CK sounds interesting to me. Obviously, the minus
Yeah.
armor for the Centaur early. And they ban him.
ban it, yeah. So they're looking for a mid on waifu. They ban the Timber.
I'm really surprised if Storm gets through, quite frankly.
Only 10 seconds.
Could be a Storm. Who else
Radiant
would
team are now
Storm gets
picking
banned?
Dire
Yeah,
team
there it is.
pick.
Muerta.
That's
Okay.
interesting.
You know, this is gonna be the first Muerta game I've seen, but she's great against the Juggernaut because she can eat the Omni Slash for free, right? So
Absolutely.
Only 10 seconds.
okay, I'm excited. Now they gotta pick a mid
5
here.
seconds remain.
I feel like they need something to follow the Centaur in, maybe. I mean, I guess everybody follows in, but the only worry is the Centaur is going to get hit by everybody while that Juggernaut Omni Slashes.
Lesh wouldn't be bad.
Lesh would be good. Maybe Necrophos? Or no, they have Muerta.
Not
You're
bad
an
either.
idiot. Okay, they go for the Ember
Choose
Shred.
your hero.
I feel
Lame.
even with the Muerta, it wouldn't be terrible. But yeah, the Ember Spirit is interesting. I mean, it's such a signature pick for Cartographer that he's probably going to opt for it most games. But I'm surprised he didn't look at the Lesh here. I'd have to ask him if it's maybe a bad lane into the Primal. Huh. Yep, Jamie playing the Witch Doctor as predicted. I really hope he goes for the right facet here. Or else it's going to be a bit of a wasted pick.
You know,
Yeah, there it is.
I don't even know what Muerta's facets are.
So the one he's going for, Friender, is the one where you can put a little bit of a beacon on the map, and you just respawn there after your cooldown timer ticks down.
Okay.
So you can basically choose where you respawn.
I'm gonna. I feel like TTP is working on something crazy. I'm gonna give it to. I think they're gonna go 1-1 here. I don't know, but I also feel like WoT Associates International Foundation United is also got. I feel like they've got the better draft, to be honest.
I mean, this Muerta pick, it's an interesting thought, but I don't think it's gonna pan out. The problem with Centaur is not armor; it's just raw HP. So I don't think that magical damage really is an answer, especially in the late game once this Centaur gets Eternal Shroud Heart, maybe
Is
more than one
everyone
heart.
ready?
I don't know. And this Ember seems to be a nice lockdown pick for the Dire as well. I think this game I'd definitely favor the Dire draft, at least from the onset. But, Radiant also have some good combos. You've got the Master Willow, stuff like that. Primal Mirana as well. So there is potential.
Absolutely. All right, we've got a second here of absolutely nothing going on. So you know what we're gonna do? Something you've probably never done before. We're gonna do a little bit of mini profile inspections. You're gonna run through, tell me who has the best and who has the worst.
I'm scared to do this. I always find some pornographic shit on there. I look at Cadsi. There you go. I wouldn't quite classify that as explicit, but it's not great. Telia just has a really low key one. I think I like that actually with the Aghanim.
Samurai's kinda, I don't know what they're doing, but it might be cooking just a little bit.
Let
What, on the mini profile? Or
Oh yeah, oh
something
yeah.
happens in the game?
No, 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 in the money profile.
Oh, yeah. Hell. Yeah, I don't know. That is a tad random.
I feel like
Jamie just has a clock though.
the Chev, this feels low effort right here. You know, I'm gonna be honest. So.
Now the most low effort one is Rhino for sure. It's literally just the Windrunner Arcana fucking.
It's just default. Yeah, I'll give it. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I like it because that's the symbolic meaning. Because he did dig out of his way into Divine Hell. So, good on Chev.
Nice. All right.
Been ancient for a long time.
We're going to do everything. You know, we do it every game. We're going to be going a little bit of damage from the Witch Doctor onto the Marana. Gets the shot away. Going to be fighting each other with no problems. All right, we did it last game. We're going to do it this game. Every game we introduce everyone in the game, so you know who's playing and who to cheer for. As casters, we don't cheer for anybody except for who gets the most courier kills. So if you want to be on the big screen, you're going to show how many courier kills you can get, and we will cheer for you. In this bottom lane, we have all-round good guy playing the Paz 1 Muerta for TTP Project. Going to be supported by Telia on the Marana. In the mid lane, we have Skinny Bear playing that Primal Beast. I want to see what's going to happen in this lane. And in the top lane, we have Cat's Hund playing the Dark Willow, getting a nice pull off. And last but not least is going to be that Mars, played by Ghost Pepper.
And I suppose on the waifu side, we have Purple Mudkip playing the Venomancer. We've got Shamrai playing the Juggernaut. Jamie playing his favorite hero, Witch Doctor. Chef playing Ember Spirit. And Rhino with the Centaur Wall Runner.
Nice. Doing a lot of damage and does get the first blood underneath the tower on the Marana. Absolutely fantastic. Sir, let's go. All right.
Looks like we're cheering for him.
There you go.
Though I don't want to because this strat is fucking obnoxious. I don't know if you've played into it or seen it in action, this Voodoo Festration.
I have not.
It's so insanely broken. It's impossible to trade into, actually. It's just 30 DPS in an AoE that's huge. Like, there's no way to trade into this as a POS 5 or POS 4 hero playing against it. Just try and, like, observe this Marana whenever she tries to trade with Witch Doctor. I presume she won't do that because it's just fruitless.
She's learned her lesson the first time. She knows not to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, look at this shit. What is this? You can just do this with impunity.
Dire's courier and its string of
This is insane.
Oh, big arrow is going to land. They're going to do a lot of damage. They throw the bug grenade and he goes down. Yes, sir. Impunity. All right, he's going to be doing a little bit of return damage onto the Centaur War Runner, and he's going to double edge, but that Marana is very low and doesn't have an arrow or any big damage to push him away.
I was about to rage when I saw that all-round good guy miss the dead shot, but luckily he was able to bounce back.
Nice.
How's this mid lane going?
Nice.
Right now, pretty dominated by this Primal. If anything, all the lanes are going in TTP's favor. I suppose that's a factor I didn't quite consider this game, the lanes. I presume Jug would have a bit of a bad time.
I think they did decently last game too, right? TTP, and then rolled it into a very strong mid game. So I wonder if the same thing's going to happen here, and they're going to have a good strong mid lane. Juggernaut does have the spin if he wants to use it. Is not going to go on the Dark Willow, unfortunately. Does have the slow from the Venomancer Q.
Dark Willow, a really nice pick in response to this Veno, by the way. Always nice to have the Ethereal form when you get Venomous Gale to escape.
See? Little good all chat yapping going on to the mid lane here. It's both gonna, you know, talk to each other. You love to see it, you know, a little friendly gambit. They're gonna be killing the Marana and the Muerta underneath the tower with that walk down burn. That Radiance Witch Doctor at level 1 is gonna be rough to fight against.
Yeah, as you can see Rhino tipping Jamie, because he knows. I mean, he knows this is just the most obnoxious fucking thing in the entire game. He's even going to be leveling up the Voodoo Restoration, so it's going to be doing even more damage.
Gonna be doing lots of damage onto the Juggernaut. Does get the Shackle, or I guess the Bramble, technically. Doing big damage. Oh, he does have the Blood Grenade, but has to spin. One right click is going to take him down. The Venomancer is going to rotate. Does have the Q just in case. And the Juggernaut, he sees him. Oh, not going to be able to get him. The big juice through the trees. He's going to be just fine. And they kill that Witch Doctor. I think he stepped up a little too far in the bottom lane. But he's all right. I think trading there for, you know, it's the mental game. You know, I always say it, right? Dota 2 is two parts. It's physical and mental. You know, you gotta physically play well, but mentally, you know, gotta keep that PMA up and kind of tear down on the enemy team, and that's what the Witch Doctor's doing right now.
Absolutely, you know, like the great two-time TI winner No Tail once said, Dota is the sick mental game. It brings out the best and the worst in you. And we're seeing the worst, I'd say, with this Witch Doctor technology. OS Frog, I think this needs to be addressed.
He can't get away. He can't get away. He doesn't have boots. Okay, the Willow is going to TP. They're both underneath, past the tier 1. They're just doing some damage here. The Centaur is going to try to go back in for the stomp. Does have the heal on the Witch Doctor to keep him alive. Feeds him the Lotus, it looks like. Oh, Primal Beast is going to charge. Doesn't miss the charge. Has the trample. He's going on the Centaur. Might be able to catch him. Gets the stun off. He's not going to catch him. Oh, no. And the tip out as well. Okay, he has the roar. He slams him. He's got the rank. What? No way. He says, I'm not going to do it. It's not worth it. And they are able to kill the Witch Doctor, and in the top lane, the Mars is going to die.
Yeah, Jamie having just a little bit too much fun, I feel.
You know,
with this Witch Doctor thing.
Absolutely. He's standing right underneath the tower if you click on where he died, so he's, you know, I think he's got to be a little careful.
Yeah, absolutely. Or maybe he doesn't. He can just keep having a bit of whimsical fun.
All right, Dark Willow is going to be going on the Venomancer with the Mars coming over. They do have the Bramble. The Spear does miss. They throw the Bramble out and do a little bit of damage, and the Dark Willow is going to take one. Gets the neutral deny, but the Willow, I think, was trying to leave and survive. I don't think they would have. Nice.
Yeah, it's a nice deny. We'd love to see it.
Dire's bottom tower under fire.
Let's see, Witch Doctor's going for the healing build with the mech build up.
You know, do you think it's worth to, you know, they did just, oh, the D ward right after he placed it. That was huge. But I'm going to get the oh my god. That double the one from each side. Now, with the
giving each other some money.
Yeah. They love to share here on these teams. With the lowered cost for the recipe for the what's that item that builds from stick? The Holy Locket. Do you think it's worth picking up as the Witch Doctor, or do you think he's not going to spend the time? No.
The thing with this facet is that it doesn't provide any heal. You see, it's only heal on you technically.
Gotcha.
So you'd get like a really minor bump. But you know, he's a very greedy player, so he might get it for himself.
Oh, he's just running right underneath the tower. Oh, the Muertar is going to ult here. Didn't try to do a little bit of damage. They do Centaur ult on the return here. They're going to be teleporting into. The Centaur's going to take a lot of damage. And the Witch Doctor ult is going to take down one. They're going to be running in. They take him. They're going to miss the Brambles right here, taking a lot of damage from the Mirana. They're not going to hit it. Oh, they don't find him. The TP up. Oh, no. Oh.
Oh, what a clowny game.
Oh, they throw the Mars ult up top. They're going to be doing the spear onto the wall, but I don't think they're going to do enough damage to take down this Venomancer. The right click is going to go out to the ward instead. Oh, drops the ward, trying to live. Use the salve, but is going to get canceled. The charge in by the spear, or the Centaur. Who the fuck is this? Primal Beast is got to get the slam on the Witch Doctor with the slap, and the arrow does take him. Juggernaut is going to say, hey, I want to hit these creeps, and Primal Beast says, nope, these are mine now. Sorry, buddy.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Now, this December is going to be going back for the Mage Slayer, I think. You know, do you think the Mage Slayer is slowing down his farm and maybe he goes for the Maelstrom instead? Or do you think, hey, you know, they need that extra reduction of damage, you know, he should be going for it instead?
I think Mage Slayer, just like last game, it's always a very nice pickup for the Ember Spirit. Combo's really nice to a Flame Guard. And especially this game, it has even more value because of the WoT potential. So yeah, I obviously really like the Mage Slayer, I'd say. Aside from that, sorry, I had a bit of an internet cut out again, so my point was sort of cut off. I do like what they're doing on the Radiant side to try and shut down this Witch Doctor, especially a bit of his confidence, as he has died 5 times in a very short period of time.
Gotcha. You know, absolutely, I think so too. You know, you got to punish the guy who's being aggressive, and he either stops being aggressive and you can play around it, or that, you know, he doesn't learn his lesson and he's just going to be free pickups. So they do leave the Muerta alone. How long do you think they're going to leave the Muerta alone? You know, he's going to get some items. They Centaur ult into the mid lane. They're going to be going on the Primal Beast. Primal Beast is going to be ulting onto the Ember. And the charge away is going to keep him alive. How long do you leave this this Muerta by herself? You know, they're going to be throwing the Mars ult into the mid lane. Just get the slap with the spear onto the wall. The teleport in from the Witch Doctor is going to be a little late. Going on the Venomancer. Venomancer is going to miss that Q onto the Mirana. Mirana does have the Solar Flare just in case, but the right click down from the Prime Boost is going to be able to pick up the Venomancer. Witch Doctor says, I might play a little patty cake with you. I have a ult and a Maledict. What are you going to do about it? And they're just... He says, I don't know. What are you going to do about it? Yeah. All right, I'm going to ask you again.
I'm not sure if I agree with his... Oh, sorry?
What do you not agree with? You're going to be charging on to the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's chains. He's going to get slammed down, not taking any damage, just going to walk away. What do you not agree with?
Just typical Ember thing. But I wouldn't say I agree with the Witch Doctor skill build here. Most people that are playing this build just leave the 1 point. They keep the mana cost low and the damage increase is that substantial, and Jamie does get deleted as we talk about that. But essentially I would just like to see a few more Maledict points. I think what makes this truly broken is the fact that you can stack it with increasing Maledicts, so you don't really need that additional damage on the radius for the Festeration. But obviously, you know what, at the end of the day, I also haven't seen the max in action. Mostly the Witch Doctors that I have been seeing have been going for the 1 point, so maybe Jamie can show it its own unique value.
Gotcha, okay. Now, do you think, how long do you think they're going to leave this Muerta alone? Do you think they're going to, you know, come back in 5-10 minutes to where she's got maybe an item 2 under her belt, or do you think they're going to start punishing a little bit more to get them out of that mid lane?
Yeah, it's hard to say. The game has sort of slowed down for them. They had a very strong start with this Witch Doctor. But obviously the Jug has been struggling a bit. He is really, you know, trying to pace his way to his Battle Fury. So they probably have to buy the Juggernaut a little bit of space through that. And obviously the Muerta farming really nicely, just completely off to the side of the map. So they do have to expand a lot of map control to try and go for that Muerta, which it does look like they are attempting to do here. Rhino and Chev positioning towards the Muerta. Wonder if they know how far back she truly is.
She, you know, gonna be finishing this creep wave and is gonna be walking away. Does know they're there, so maybe she's gonna play safe enough that she's not gonna get picked up. And like you said, they're gonna slow down a decent amount, right? It's you know, 10 kills on TTP Project, and 6 of them are gonna be on that Witch Doctor. So I think they gotta slow down just a bit to be able to farm up. You know, let everybody else catch up with the items and the aggression that they want to play at.
Absolutely. You know, this is looking very reminiscent of that first game, where perhaps TTP may have fallen behind in some lanes, but they were just able to get the early game tempo. You know, for their sake, I hope that's not... we don't see that precedent repeated, because obviously they did lose that game. But I suppose to be a bit more optimistic, They seem to be a very good early game tempo setting team, as they do get the kill on one skip there, which will probably secure this top tier 1 tower.
Yep, the Primal Beast going for the Blade Mail into Blink into BKB. You know, you think they might get a little item in between, or do you think it's going to be straight BKB and running around like madmen? They do smoke on 3. It looks like they might find the Witch Doctor here. Gonna pop. They see the Witch Doctor and the Ember. Just jumps and he's going to be doing a lot of damage. The Witch Doctor tries to heal Maledict. Disconnect is going to come out. Keyboard.
A bit of crash, I'm sure. Keyboard. It's always keyboard. Probably spilled some cola on his keyboard or something. You know, just typical.
Yep. The Mars does go for the Yules first instead of the Blink. Do you think this is going to slow down his game, or do you think you know, having the Yules is fine right now? They don't want to be too aggressive or too passive.
Yeah, I think the use is nice, you know. It's an item that a lot of mods consider in favor of the Blink, particularly for the extra bit of mana regen you get. It's really nice setup into Arena, which for noobs like me especially is great because I don't have to put as much effort into landing my WQ combos onto the Arena wall. And aside from that, I suppose, to be a bit more serious, it can also block things like the Centaur Hoof Stomp quite effectively. You can also keep the Witch Doctor in place, which is pretty cool. The Blink always, of course, perhaps may have simpler execution, right? But I'd say the use is a pretty nice option too. Edge Pan Bug. Don't know what that is.
Don't know either.
Okay, we're on edge. Go, 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 kill, kill,
All right,
kill,
nice.
kill,
The
kill.
Dark Willow has about 1,000 gold. Do you think they're going to go for a Yules, which I think I see a lot of Dark Willows go, or do you think they're going to go for something else?
Yules would be nice. Glimmer not bad as well. Those are pretty much the two main items I see most Willows pick up in this game state.
Good. The Mirana going to go for the Yules as well. They're going to have a very Yulesy team, which I do like because of, we haven't talked about it yet, the Juggernaut, right? That Omni Slash, you know, you can throw that on the support and they're going to be able to live, you know? Or the support can grab it from somebody and Yules and just eat it up, which I do like.
Absolutely.
All right, Venomancer.
Willow obviously has some innate survivability with her Shadow Realm, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
The Venomancer going for that mechanism like last game. Do you think they're going to go straight into the pipe, or do you think it's you know, too much physical damage? You know, they do have the Muerta, the Primal, and the Mars, but do you think they go into Mector into something else?
I think the pipe would be logical, especially in the Muerta. And obviously, you know, you like having pipe against Mirana to an extent as well.
Doing a lot of damage to Ches here, and he's going to go down to both supports in the triangle. Sorry for interrupting you there, but it was a great bramble into Arrow. You know, it was huge.
Yeah, you know, as we alluded to in the draft, these TTP like to pick these like combo stuns. You know, they obviously have this Willow Mirana prepared, and they pick the Mars, which seems to be a very nice combo, just like the Slardar was last game. So yeah, another impressive stun lock onto Chev, who is feeling the damage both games.
Yeah, he's leaving the safety of his mid lane. He's got to be careful. Now, I will say he was kind of crazy playing on the enemy side deep in their triangle. They're going to be going on the Witch Doctor in the mid lane with the big stun and ult from the Primal Beast, but the right clicks from Catsound on that Dark Willow is going to be able to pick up that kill. Alright, so Juggernaut has the Battle Fury. Are we going to see, you know, him get into the top net worth spot in the next 5-10 minutes, or do you think it's going to be a little bit later? Centaur ult and the Solar Flare is going to come out. They don't have the Yules because they use it to set up. They're going to throw the Mars ult. It's going to be landing on 2. They're going to throw the Bramble. Catches on 3. Big arrow goes out on Juggernaut, but the Healing Word is going to be down, and the Ember says, hey, I'm just going to farm these creeps. You guys can keep doing what you're doing. Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the U was on cooldown because I was thinking the same thing. That's the tad unfortunate.
Oh.
Prime actually reinitiating on this Venom.
Nice. Venom ult is going to go on the Primal. They do have the root in a second. If they want to use it, it's going to hit on the Centaur. The Muerta is going to come in with the damage, but the spin from the Juggernaut is going to stop a lot of that, and the Muerta is now stuck in here deep, and I think she's worried about what she's going to do. Oh, the charge in from the Primal Beast is going to stop a lot of that Witch Doctor ult and going to be able to take him down, and he does have the Maledict on him, which is going to burn him down to death. The blink from the Mars is up in 2 seconds. As long as he doesn't get stopped, does he blink and go aggressive on this Ember? I don't think so. I think he's just going to slap the wave and be okay.
No.
Oh, he is going to be... He slaps the wave in the spear. They get the root on him, too. They're going to try. The Yules. Boo. Onto the Jug. Jug's going to spin and walk away.
Yeah, this Muerta pick is beginning to show its flaws, in my opinion. It's not only the fact that it's not that great into Centaur in terms of the HP versus armor idea, but obviously Juggernaut can just pop Blade Fury and just mitigate a ton of that damage. So, you know, I think this Muerta will have to find creative ways, perhaps her teammates will have to find creative ways to zone this Jug or otherwise blow him up, so that Muerta doesn't really have to deal with that carry-to-carry matchup.
Sure.
And also, I don't like to, you know, beat a man when he's down, but all-round good guy has been missing quite a few of these dead shots, which is unfortunately an important part of the hero.
True. And maybe it's just not one of his comfort picks, right? I don't know what he often picks, but, you know, like I said, this is my first, you know, Muerta game. Maybe he's just, they thought it was good and he's just not comfortable on it. But they call them skill shots for a reason, alright, you know? And you miss 100% of the dead shots you don't take, alright? So remember that, kids, if you're out here.
Sure.
So good advice. A witch doctor told me that once, so I don't know which one, but he might be playing in this game.
A dash witch doctor, dash bite me, dash Michael Scott. Dash Wayne Gretzky.
Witch Doctor has that Yule's finish. Do you think it's going to be the good item? And he has this fluffy hat. Do you think he's going to build that into a Force Staff? Or do you think he's just holding on to it because he wants that extra health?
It's tough to say. I suppose he will build into the Force Staff. I don't see why he'd build into the Solar Crest into this game, into Muerta. But the use is quite nice, of course, for the reasons we mentioned, just, you know, in versus time. Just always giving that increased survivability. Ooh. The death will drop. He still has the voodoo switch.
It's gonna kill them. It's gonna kill the Mars. Oh no, they're spinning on the Dark Willow. Dark Willow's stun is not gonna happen. The Omni Slashing take him out. Gonna be able to grab the Mirana. Mirana's gonna Yules herself, trying to get away. They do have the Maledict and stun from the Centaur and the Skull, but they're not gonna be able to need it. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you saw it there, but the Witch Doctor was getting gone on. They missed the spear, which I think would have killed him.
It's hard to say. I think the Mars just got bamboozled by the switcheroo. I don't think he hovered over the hero there.
Man.
So obviously, I think that was the first fight that Jamie was able to exhibit it.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Ember Spirit going for, I think, the same build as last time. Oh my gosh, the quick fingers on Jamie there, or Chev, on that Ember Spirit. Yeah. Hits the Sleight of Fist and is able to jump right out afterwards. They're going to pick up the Juggernaut with the spin and the slam. Centaur ult is going to go out, but they do miss the fear shot. They're going to be capturing the Centaur and the Witch Doctor in the side. This Mars ult, they spear to the wall. They're going to do a lot of damage onto the Mars. Mars is going to go down. But the Marcia just killed herself with the Blade Mail onto the Centaur for the double kill.
Unlucky.
Oh, they're going to be jumping on the Mirana. The big arrow, though, it's going to trade, has the jump away, and the tip is going to go out from teammate to teammate. Says, hey, buddy, you got to watch those.
Absolutely. Nah, I'm really disliking this Muerta pick. Initially, I didn't enjoy it for a variety of reasons, but I've come to realize that there are many more reasons why this pick is suboptimal. Yeah, outside of the Centaur, you've also got the Blade Mail factor, which is a pretty nice pickup from Rhino, and the fact that obviously you lose the carry matchup against this Jug. So I'm not a big fan, unfortunately. And it's not really paying TTP any dividends.
You know, he's not a big fan, but I think it all started on that courier kill bottom. So I'm just saying, it comes out right there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, if you want caster fans right now, pick OK heroes, but courier kills matter. Centaur Warrunner is going to be going for this red blink. It's going to give him that extra movement speed and just movement in general because of his facet, or his facet. You know, do you think the red blink is the play to go, or do you think he goes something else?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you always want to get your strength up when you do eventually buy that shard. And it's just in general very nice, right? To just produce this AoE damage, since you are a very naturally high strength hero. I don't see what other blink you'd buy anyway. I don't think Centaur is much of a swift blink hero, unfortunately.
Gotcha, okay. Run back through. The Muerta did pick up the Mjolnir and the Dragonlance in the time that we have been gone from her. Gonna go for the BKB very soon to probably stop that damage from the Blade Mail like we saw last fight. I think this is probably the best thing you'd go right now. I don't know if there's really anything else that you'd buy on this hero, right?
Haste.
Yeah, absolutely.
Primal Beast, instead of the BKB, is going to be going for the Lotus Orb to get off those spells. I as a support player, I don't like Lotus, but maybe if he gets the Omni Slash Lotus, it might be a little different. I'm not really sure.
Right.
So, he's got plans. I already know it.
Yeah, it's such a hard item to buy these days, but into specific things it can be good, right? As you mentioned, the Omni Slash is certainly a thing. It also, I suppose, blocks the cast from Witch Doctor, but only initially. It can still bounce, of course. Rhino does get gone wrong. This actually quick by going out mid.
That Mars ult is going to be used. They're going to be trampling onto the Venomancer. Venomancer is going to be feared. They're going to be right-clicking the Centaur down with the Muerta ult. Not doing as much damage as they thought they were last game. They're going to be using the Venom ult to pop onto other friendly heroes. And the Centaur is going to blink and underneath the tower. The slam down from the Primal Beast is going to try to trade. They're going to have the stun in the Bramble here. That was probably worth it. That's that mental damage right there. That's that mental damage. You know, you had to get them away. Hey, there's nothing like their offlaner blinking underneath your tier 2 with 2 of your friends standing there and killing you and then not even trying to run away. Whew.
Honestly, that's just that Mamba mentality, you know, just messing with them because you can.
Yep.
And I mean, this Muerta is just mentally in a pit right now, I'm sure. 2, 5, and 6. You know, not a great game for this Muerta.
Dark Willow does pick up that Yules like we were talking about earlier. Standard Dark Willow items. What do you think she needs next right here? Do you think she's a little too squishy? Does she need the drums? Do you think she needs an Aether Lens to be able to shoot these spells further? Maybe Yules for her teammate? What do you think her next item is? Or a Force Staff for her teammate?
It's tough to say because, you know, I wouldn't really say the Willow is struggling too much this game. It's more so her other heroes. Like, I've still got to say, my friend, watching 2 games of this Solar Flemmer on, I do not see the viability. Like, Moonlight Shadow would have been far superior in pretty much all of these instances. Especially since they didn't really pick a great lineup in synergy with it. Like, you've got Primal and Mars, you know?
Yeah, I think so too.
Not exactly heroes that would be right-clicking.
Yeah. But you know what? If you are playing in the MD2l series this season or next season, right? Sign up, come in, play, have a blast. These games right now, these games that I'm gonna say don't matter, are where to play. You know, you don't want to be playing like this in the playoffs, right? You know, you want to have drafts down, you know, things figured out before you get there on what might or might not work, right?
Absolutely, and it's even crazier this season. I'm not sure if you're aware, this is your first MD2l cast, but this is actually a LAN season. So these are all qualified for the local area network tournament that will go down in Lyle, Illinois.
Oh, snap.
So that's pretty hype. Yeah, you don't hear of it fucking often, right? Amateur Dota LAN these days.
I know. It's might be the new Beyond the Summit. I'm excited to hear about it, you know, in the future. RIP Beyond the Summit. Yeah. Our boys out there.
Yeah, happened for a while, actually.
Yeah.
RIP Beyond the Summit.
Yeah, so, see something exciting. The Mirana is going to be going for the 4-staff. I think this is with the same build from last game, the Yules into the 4-staff. Do you think she needs to switch, or she went for the 4-staff into Atos, right? I think.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe something needs to get switched up? Do you think she needs to go for like Yules into a Maelstrom to maybe, you know, put out a little extra damage and be able to use that Solar Flare well with her team, or maybe a Gleipnir to be able to help catch the Ember and the Centaur running?
Yeah, Gleipnir would actually be fine, I think. It's just a very greedy item and tough to buy at this stage in the game. Greaves would also not be terrible. I don't think any of their other heroes have it. Speaking of, Willow's getting kind of gone on by this Witch Doctor and the Juggernaut. He's going to get lifted in the end. But yeah, the 4-staff's not terrible either, I guess. But, you know, you're into, like, Witch Doctor as well. So 4-staffs could do more bad than good.
True.
And Venom.
Gonna be jumping the Centaur, doing a lot of damage right now. 5,000 health as well. He's a problem. Gonna drop that banner underneath the tier 3. We're gonna go run through the Dire team real quick. We do have the Venomancer with the mech now, and it's gonna be going for those Greaves. Picks up just a regular cloak. Gonna be jumping on the Centaur onto the high ground. Says, "Hey, everybody, back away!" Oh, the courier kill. We missed it. That was Mars. That was by 5 up. Jug. The arrow does come out. It's not gonna land on anybody. Jug does have that swift slash now with the Manta. Jump in from the Centaur is going to be on the Muerta. Muerta is going to BKB, has little to no health with the ult as well. Going to be going with the Centaur ult on to 5. Oh my god, they're going to be all taking damage with the slam down from the Primal. They're going to be going on to him. That's 4 right now. They're going to be able to kill the Aegis. The Juggernaut's trying to get away. They do have the Omni Slash in case they want to use it. He's going to use it. He's trying to get away, and the Omni Slash... Oh, the Omni Slash is going to get 2. He does the Baby Slash. He's going to take down 3. He's going to be going for the 4th right now on the Primal Beast. He's going to get trampled down. Primal Beast has got to get away. They do have to spin away. He has an Omni or a Baby Slash in 8 seconds. He's going to get charged. I think he's gone.
Holy shit.
Here's the big... No! No!
Not bad. Willow actually saving the Jugger there too. God damn. Unlucky for the Primal there.
Wow.
That was pretty much like best case scenario.
Oh my...
Radiant, a bit of Ultra coming out.
Oh my god. They get the 5-man Mars ult, the dream, after the Muerte takes all the damage. And then...
And it's still not enough.
Still... Almost 7,000 damage coming out from the Primal Beast with 3 onslaughts, 2 tramples, 3 uproars, and a pulverize. Oh my lord. But then over 7,001 to be precise from the Omni or the Juggernaut. Holy cow.
Craziness right here. But yeah, I mean, TTP, if they do end up losing this game, they definitely have to reevaluate this carry pickup. I don't even think all-round good guys particularly playing poorly, and this isn't a dig at him, but the word to pick is just not very good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, right, we go another 20 minutes and the Muerta will do something crazy, but I do see it does feel a little lacking right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Juggernaut does pick up a Butterfly after that fight, and we do see a Witch Doctor running at a Muerta with the Maledict, the stun, the ult coming out. He's going to not kill her, but she's going to be... Oh my god, he stops her TP with the Yules, and the Baby Slash is going to finish her off. They sent our ult in the mid lane. They're going to be trying to get away with the Dark Willow. Dark Willow is going to Yules. They do have the Mars ult with the spear. The fear away, going to do a little bit of damage. Big arrow is going to come out. Centaur is half dead, and he took a lot of damage.
Radiant's middle tower is being
Yeah.
How do you kill this Centaur?
no more middle tower for
I think you got to do the same thing as last time, right? Like, get a 5-man, just 5-man Mars ult, and then
Kill everyone else.
kill everyone else, and then focus him down while the Juggernaut respawns. I think is the only thing. Oh my god, the Dark Willow just...
into a state of
The Stomp Double Edge.
Evaporate.
And the 900 Baby Slash as well with one hit. Oh my lord.
are fortified.
Yeah, I don't want to paint foregone conclusions, but this game is looking somewhat problematic.
Did he pull him out of the spear? It looked like the Centaur was going to go into the fountain with the spear, and I think he grabbed him out. Oh my god, they're going to Omni Slash, or Baby Slash. That was a real Omni Slash, I think. Real Omni Slash gets used off, unfortunately. They're going to push out with the Venom ult. And, Ember just says, hey, I'm going to Abto, alright? Always be taking objectives. Abto right there. Alright, you're going to let your other cores go in there, die, do damage. He's just going to be over there taking the tower. The spear and grab again is going to happen. They can't just keep letting this go. And the Witch Doctor ult that's going to come out is going to be hitting everybody, but he does go down instantly. He has the Bloodstone. What an insane character. Here, with the Omni Slash does come out onto the Mars. That's the Baby Slash there. The Mars does throw the ult going on the Venom. The charge out is going to do damage with the trample. He goes down on the Venomancer. That is a double kill for that big tanky primal beast. Now, Primal's going to go for the plate mail into the Shivas. Is about there, about 1,000 gold off. The Ember Spirit goes for the Yules and into the Gleipnir. I'm not surprised. He's going to be going for that Octarine core again. Do you think... I mean, nobody's taking Roche, right? So maybe he just does enjoy the Octarine and just doesn't care about the Ags, right?
I might have to talk to Chev about it. It's an interesting choice. Like, the prioritization of the Octarine or getting eggs. I might check Pro Tracker as well. That intrigues me, actually. I thought, as you say, last game, it was only because they were going to get the eggs from the Roche, but it seems to just be a preference for it.
Now, bottom lane, we do see the grab from the Primal Beast. They're going to be using the Centaur ult, and the charge through is going to get the kill. Oh my god, so much damage. Now, this
Melted.
that was a trample, did 679 damage with a right click from the Muerta, 561. That was a Muerta ult right click with a DD. I'm gonna say it right now. I think if they get a good arena, it doesn't have to be fantastic or perfect like they had 2 fights ago, but if they get a good arena with the Desolator and the crits from the Muerta, the Desolators on the Mars, I think they could really turn a team fight. Honestly, I think they could. I think they have a chance right now with the way this looks right now. And as I say that, Centaur Warrunner immediately kills a Willow underneath the tier 4s. Do you think Muerta picks up the plus 25% magic resistance or the plus 20% gunslinger chance?
I have to keep a buck with you. I've never seen anyone go the magic resistance. Especially for carry, right? Because the gunslinger chance is what's gonna amplify your right clicks.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, it's interesting. Let me just make sure. So I could be talking out my ass, which has happened on many occasions.
Nice.
Where do I check this? Yeah, 90% gunslinger chance. So there is that 10% that when magic resistance. So it has happened.
It has happened. You know, that's 1 out of every 10 gets it, you know? There's 10 heroes in the game right now. Only one can do it. It could be it. I'm gonna go take for the Tormentor right here. Good lord, the Muerta is gonna be kind of low after that. The Centaur does pick up the BKB. I was gonna say this earlier, and goes for the heart. I like the BKB just in case he needs to use it to get out of a fight or get out of something silly that he puts himself in. You know, following that Witch Doctor maybe, you know, gotta be careful about those. Ember Spirit is gonna pick up the Kaya and Sange. Okay. I feel like maybe the Kaya Sange is maybe an earlier build item, but I don't play enough Ember Spirit to know what I'm talking about or what this hero does anymore.
I do get that a lot. It's just the natural consequence of Dota being the vast and complex game it is.
You know, and hey, you know, I love supporting, so when I'm stuck on support all the time, you know, these heroes that are going to be jumping around like this make no sense to me. You know, it's just like,
Yeah,
he's there,
really.
and I'm just going to throw my stun on you and hope for the best. So.
It's like that meme of that kid holding up the cross with support players is just holding up the glimmer cape.
Absolutely. It looks like they want to Rosh in the bottom lane here. They're going to pick up the banner. Do you think they pick up the banner because they want to push high ground right after? Do you think they just grab that and they run straight down this bottom lane and go fight at the tier 3? Do you think they're going to go straight Abto, or, you know, they want to try to go get a pick?
It's difficult to say. Obviously, the Mons arena is always a bit tricky, especially with the Prime War aspect. They might want to go for Roche first, which they do end up doing. And after that, they can definitely attempt an Abto, I reckon. The Roche banner obviously helps.
Okay, it looks like they want to fight this. The PB is going to be here. They're going to take the Aegis right before. If they run into the run back into the jungle, they might see the Witch Doctor. The Witch Doctor gets the Yules off to stop the charge from the Primal Beast, and it's going to get the Maledict off. He's not going to be able to get anything, unfortunately.
Unlucky.
Damn. Juggernaut does have the green blink, so going to get that extra attack speed, which is going to be, I think, kind of huge when he wants to ult or use that baby slash. You know, jump in, get that extra attack speed. And they're going to throw the Mars ult. It's going to spear onto 2 right now. They're going to throw the Muerta ult as well with the BKB. Doing a lot of damage to that Jug. He's already down. They're going to be going on to the Centaur. Centaur's taking a lot of damage. He's going to have that BKB and the Blade Mail just in case he wants to use it. Muerta ult is going to go down. He does try to get away, but he's going to be dead. There we go. They're going to spear the Witch Doctor to the tower. The Mars goes down. They're going to buy back on the Muerta. Muerta's doing a lot of damage right now. The Witch Doctor is going to grab him after the stun. The PB throws the rocks. He's like, please leave my tower alone, but they're not going to let it happen. The Centaur is going to be blinking on to the tier 4s with the big stun onto the Primal Beast. Primal Beast is going to throw the Lotus. They throw the arrow after grabbing the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit is going to take a lot of damage with the spear, and the slap going to take him down with the right clicks of the Mirana. Now, Jug this time is going to be... okay, the buyback from the Ember Spirit. The Jug, like I said, was going to be going for the Abto, killing that Mars, and I think this is it. This is not looking good. Juggernaut is going to be pushing in. Witch Doctor, I think he wants to throw the ult. He has a Radiance. You're insane. Oh, misses the stun after the Bramble. Unfortunately, ended right just a second too soon. The Centaur is going to blink past both tier 4s, jumping and stunning the Primal Beast. Primal Beast is going to be charging. Going to be going on 3 here. They're going to throw the stun, but the Omni Slasher is going to come out as well with the BKB. Just going to not let any of that happen. And back to the Abto. They're going to say, hey, we're good to go. Witch Doctor uses himself. He does have that Voodoo Switcheroo. He's going to use it. He's doing a lot of damage right now to this Primal Beast, and he's just going to stand here, force Gets forced away. They tried to push him in. Maledict is going to go on to the Dark Willow. The Centaur War Runner is very deep right now, very slowed. And he dies? No, he doesn't die. The Instructor ult is going to be inside the base. They're not going to have anything, and they call GG with the Ancient falling. Great job, WoT Associates International Foundation United in game number 2.